Yo, what's poppin', guys? Leon here from Game of the Year. Back, doing this old podcast thing again. It's been a long while. I've got my good old buddy Dino here.
Hello, everybody. How you all doing?
Yeah, man. It's good to be back, guys. I have been looking forward to podcasting again, like with you, man, as well, dude. Like, because it's like, it's been, what was it, the Christmas one? I think was the last time we did one, right?
I can't remember. Was the charity stream one after that or before that?
I think the charity stream was before that, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, we're back for our triumphant return. We're going to be looking at the PS Plus and Xbox games with gold for July. We're also going to be discussing our highlights on the PS5 showcase. But up first, we are going to be talking about games that we have been playing. And I mean, first up, I think we just got to dive in. Come on. Let's get this sorted. Minecraft Dungeons, I think we've got to go in on first on. And like, I have played far too much of this game. I like more than I care to admit. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, I've played it a fair bit with you as well.
Yeah, man. Well, because I mean, like, just for people that don't know what Minecraft Dungeons is, it's basically like a dungeon crawler, kind of like a Diablo-esque kind of game, but it's sort of like, I'd say Diablo light, because of the fact that there's no class system. It's basically you can equip a melee weapon, armor, ranged weapon, and up to 3 artifacts. So you've got like that. That's how you kind of go out there. But the story of it is that there's basically like a homeless villager called Archie, who's basically rejected by everyone. You know, it's that kind of story where he's like, oh no, oh god, I'm such a shit. And then, oh okay, I found this orb of dominance, and like basically it gives him powers, but at the same time, it corrupts him, which is not good. But like then he's basically trying to seek vengeance against everyone who's wronged him, and you then play, you know, your character, and you're basically trying to stop the arch illager. That's what Archie turns into. Now I played like a lot of this on PC, and like so much so that like I think I've probably put like probably easily 100 hours into this game, because like I had actually got through like because there's 3 difficulty levels. There's its default, adventure, and apocalypse. So I got myself to like adventure level, and I was having problems with the game on PC, where the game wasn't launching properly. So what I ended up having to do was I was like, you know what? I'll just reinstall the game and like it'll be fine, you know? And then I sort of found out like after I'd reinstalled it that it actually this is embarrassing. It actually got rid of my save file as well. So I had to start all over again, and it was just an absolute ball ache. But it's because the fact that they haven't got any like cross. They haven't got any cloud saving.
Cloud-based.
Yeah, cloud-based saving on the game, which is just ridiculous. I don't understand why. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. But now, like, because the thing is with the UP, because it's the problem is with it is the save file was saved in the app data on your PC, and that's why when you uninstalled it, it just sort of then goes, oh, you know what? Like, I'm just going to remove that as well. So since then, they've actually moved the save file location to the like I think it's just somewhere on your C drive kind of thing. So if you uninstall the game now, you don't lose your save data. Now the interesting thing is though is that on the Xbox One, I think there is actually cloud saving. It's literally just on the PC version of the game that they didn't implement it, which is just baffling.
Crazy.
Um,
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
and I was just like, it would have been nice as well, like other like Xbox Game Pass games, that if it was going to be like cross platform as well, that would have been really nice, being able to play with your friends on Xbox and that.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
I mean, they are going to be doing it in the long run. They have said about it, which is good. But it's just such a shame that it wasn't there in the first instance. I think it would have been. I think it would have been really good. Um, Now
There was a glitch to make it work for a little bit, wasn't there?
there was, yeah, where I think you had to, the Xbox player would have to invite you, and then what you would do from there is you would press the in fact, what was it? What was it? I'm just trying to think on how you did it. Because I never actually ended up doing it because it had already been patched out by the time like I'd looked at it. I think you changed character or something, wasn't it? Like the PC player could
Yeah,
change character, and
yeah.
then
Basically, you start a game, you get invited. That then kicks you out of your game. You pick a different character, and then you're instantly in the invite that you've been given.
yeah. So yeah, I mean it's a shame that that wasn't implemented, but all in all, despite that bugginess kind of thing, I have still come back to it a lot. I mean, I've been playing it on Xbox again with you, Dean, as well.
Yeah.
Um, the I really like how they've done the game. I think it's enjoyable getting like new items and stuff like that, and trying to sort of work them into your play style. I like sort of some of the power ups that you can get, like is in on the artifacts kind of thing wise. One of my favorite ones is the love medallion, where you can turn two enemies to join you for 30 seconds. I think it might be a
Okay.
little bit less. It might be like 10 seconds or something. Now thinking about it, but that is just so unbelievably helpful. There was obviously a build that I was doing quite a lot with, which involved like the souls, where whenever you kill someone, you get souls kind of thing. And I used to use I'm just trying to think. I can't even remember the name of the arrows right now. It's the oh, you know what? It's gone. But the cool thing about them is that they would go through walls and stuff like that. So I used to
Oh, the
just
torment arrows.
torment arrows. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just nuts because then I'd have a crossbow and just do that, and it would be absolutely crazy. Just like fucking just spamming those arrows like mad. But yeah, I mean, the new DLC has obviously just dropped for that as well, which is awesome. Which is called Jungle Awakens. We've got like a few more levels, some new mobs to go against, and some new items to get. So all in all, I'm really enjoying the game. I'm definitely going to be playing more of it in the future. We've got one more DLC that's going to be in the Hero Pass coming out later in the year. So yeah, I mean, Dean, what's been your experience with it, dude?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's kind of my sort of switching off game. Like I'll play it and just play around for ages, just like killing mobs, like you said, and trying to progress through up to like, because I think I'm only at the second difficulty level. I think I'm on adventure at the
Yeah,
moment, so I'm working towards apocalypse at the moment. But yeah, what so much? Well, as far as I've played it so far, it's been really enjoyable. Um, but yeah, that end boss with the archillagers just absolutely mental,
it's
even on
brutal.
default.
It's absolutely brutal. Every time that I have played that boss, I've just been like, I like, if I don't have all of my lives at the end, I'll most of the time I will just restart because I'm like, I know I'm gonna need all of these lives right now, like because it's ridiculous.
Although, remember that thing that I had, the little Tesseract cube thing that like fires the laser.
Oh
That
yeah, you had that crazy
that was
glitch.
mental.
because like the this like it's like a soul cube kind of thing where oh no, it's not soul cube, is it? So it's powered by souls, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
powered by souls. Yeah.
yeah. Where it kind of fires out a laser, and what's meant to happen is that like it's based on how many souls you've got, and for some odd reason for you, it was just going. It was just it just kept
It was
going,
it
didn't
was
it?
well, it was looking for the life of whatever it hit first. So if you hit a boss, it would literally just kill the boss and then disappear.
That's ridiculous, man. That is absolutely ridiculous. But honestly, I recommend it wholeheartedly. It is out on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. PC wise, you can actually buy it from the Mojang, infrastructure as well. You know, like with Minecraft kind of thing. Or you can get it on your Xbox Game Pass. So if you're, a standard or ultimate kind of thing, yeah, you will be able to play it on there. But yeah, no, it's I've had a lot of fun with it. I'm not gonna lie, and I can see myself definitely playing more. I'm sure we'll probably end up playing at the weekend or something, Dean.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's wild, man. Right, well, let's get off to the old Minecraft jazz, and let's get into something different. Let's go through to Satisfactory. Now, this is a game that I am streaming currently every Monday with my boy LDB underscore Valo. Absolute ledge of a chap, and it's an awesome little game. Like for those that don't know, it's basically from a studio called Coffee Stain Studios. It's an early access sim game. You're basically playing as an engineer for the Fixit company, where you're dropped on a planet and you're sort of in a drop pod, and you're then like you dismantle your drop pod to make it into your hub, and the whole kind of point that you're there is that you're um, basically trying to just farm as much resources and build things to send up this massive thing called the space elevator back to the company. Now, because it is in early access, we don't necessarily have like the end game for it yet. So we don't necessarily know why we're sending this stuff up there. All we know is that, that's what we're meant to do, because, we can kind of unlock more things to be able to, like automate things. So, I mean, at first you're doing a lot of things by hand. You're literally hammering things out, hammering rods, for days kind of thing. And once you sort of like upgrade your hub to a sort of a certain point, you can then start like automating things. So in other words, you'll be doing things like you'll get like a miner Mark One. You'll be mining on like I don't know, an iron node for example. That would necessarily be then going onto a conveyor belt. It would go through to a smelter so that you could make iron ingots, and then you would then take it from there. It would go into something like a constructor to then go ahead and make, I don't know, it could be things like the like iron rods, iron plates, and you basically just end up building a shit ton of things. Like, because at first, you on energy wise, you're using a lot of biomass kind of stuff, so like leaves and wood. So you're just sort of whacking that in and powering things. Eventually you'll move on to doing things with coal. You'll be doing coal power, and I've never actually got to it yet, but there is nuclear power as well. That I'm looking forward to trying out. I know that there is geothermal power as well, which I haven't tried either. Because this game came out last year, and it's been in early access for a while now, and like it originally came out on the Epic Store, and like people kind of kicked up a fuss about that because there was like a Kickstarter or that kind of thing, and they because it was meant to be coming out on Steam, but then obviously, Epic obviously just fucking whacked the cash out, dropped that big fat wallet on the table, and was like, "Hey, come here first." So, but it is out on Steam now. It came out Steam, I think it was last month, maybe a month before. The game has done pretty well for Coffee Stain as well. It's sold 1.3 million copies as of this month, kind of thing. So it's done pretty well. But for anyone that's like a fan of like Factorio or that kind of building kind of game, and like automating kind of everything, this game Satisfactory is for you. I can tell you that now, because it is pretty much 3D Factorio, and that's what's like sold the game to me, because I was like, yeah, I'm in. I fucking love building, love automating this shit. It is rad as hell. I recommend it wholeheartedly, and it is on the Unreal Engine. And as you can see in the footage I'm showing above, it is absolutely gorgeous. Because of that. So yeah, go and give it a play. It is a fun game. But yeah, that's me on Satisfactory, man. So what else is going on, Deanie boy?
So I've been playing a little bit of Pokemon Sword's first DLC, which is the Isle of Armor. So it's quite short compared to what I was expecting it to be. I believe it's 4 hours to complete the story campaign that they've added to it. I believe I want to say it's Professor Mustard. That could be completely wrong, but I believe that's the dojo's master's name. And he gifts you as soon as you arrive with I believe is it Cubfu? I think it's Cubfu, which then evolves into Urshifu. But depending on which dojo you go to, I think there's water and fire. That depends on which side of the evolution Urshifu will evolve into. But you can. This is the one thing that really annoyed me about the DLC, is that you can only use Cubfu for the battles in that dojo.
That's right. And it's
it's
got to be, what
forced.
is it? What level? It's got to be 60 or something at least, isn't it? Or is it?
I can't remember what the limit is, but yeah, you literally get turned away as soon as you go there if it's not at a certain level, and if you have any other Pokemon in your party. Which I was just like, oh man, they're forcing me to do this. But then, since then, I've looked at playthroughs. If you release your Cubfu,
Yeah.
it allows you to use any Pokemon you want in the dojo.
What? Really?
Yeah. So you
But I
can go
suppose
through the
because it
whole
would break the game, wouldn't it? If you
Yeah.
get rid of it. So that's why it does it. But still, like, why?
Yeah.
Why would it? That's
Yeah.
weird.
But yeah, I found that out afterwards, and I was a little bit angry. I was like, I wasted all my time leveling that little shit up,
I tell you
and
what,
I didn't even need to.
I cheesed the shit out of that to be able to level up. So like, because there's kind of something you can do where you you initiate like a ranked battle kind of thing, and then
Okay.
you resign from the battle, and then you can see it, fucking glitch cast right now. So then after that, because you know that you can send your Pokemon to do jobs and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Well, because you've signed in to you've signed in online, and then you've come offline kind of thing, because obviously you have to go online. It does the save thing.
Yeah.
Through that. Once you come back out of there, you do the jobs, and then you basically send as many Pokemon like on that one job kind of thing, like a big 24-hour kind of one that's going to give you loads of experience, and then you just like change the time on your Nintendo Switch like to 24 hours. And I just did that like a load of times because I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not doing this fucking legit." I couldn't be asked. I ain't got time for that. Because the thing is that they put that in the game. They put that in the DLC
to make it longer.
Exactly. That was the only point for that. It was just like, oh shit, is this all we've got? All right. Yeah, you've got to get this new Pokemon we've just given you to level 60 so that you can continue. It's like, fuck
Yeah.
off. Like, did it in like 20 minutes because I was like, fuck it. I'm not fucking about with that shit.
I ended up doing loads of what they call the raids, and then getting
Mm.
all of the experience candies and doing it that way. I was like, I'm not actually going to use him in any of my battles. He's useless.
Yeah. Which side did you go for as well? Did you go water or dark?
I think I went. Yeah, I went to the red one. So yeah, whatever it's that's fire or dark or whatever.
Because it's either water or dark kind of thing. I went
Okay.
water myself. That was the one on the beach kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
It's the one I went for, and it's alright. But I mean, like literally, I finished that DLC and was just like, "No, cool, I'm done now." I mean, but then
Yeah.
I say finished it because I didn't go and collect all of the Diglets, that kind of thing, because I was like, I
Yeah.
can't be asked to do that. I ain't got time for that. What
I
else was
got
in there?
I got a few of those. I've got like 9 left to find of the Diglets,
Oh, okay.
which is a bit crazy. Because I don't know which ones I haven't got now. Haven't been ticking them off or anything. And I'm also I think 204 Pokemon out of the 210 new Pokemon they've added. So I'm like, yeah, a
Okay, you've
couple of
done pretty
Pokemon
well
off.
because I mean, you did complete the Pokedex on the actual game, didn't
On the
you?
original one, yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
That was through random trading and things like that.
that's cool. Because the thing is that I bought both. I bought Sword and Shield, and that's why it
Yeah.
was just sort of like, oh man, I can't. Like I completed both of the games, kind of thing, and then was just
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to do the Pokedex. I mean, 'cause originally I bought both of them because I was like, yeah, cool, I can do the Pokedex myself. And then I was just like,
Yeah.
when it got to the end, I was like, I really can't be asked. I've spent enough time on this game. And then
Yeah.
like DLC wise, to then be like, all right, I'm gonna have to buy out on both if I want. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fucking buy out on both. I just bought it on one. I was like, I ain't got time for that shit, man. I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about a kids game here, aren't I? Like, Haley just like to fucking like put a little dig in here and just be like, "You're playing a kids game." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah. I know. Well, people say that about some of the other games, and they're fucking rock solid hard, and you're like,
Yeah,
ah!
yeah, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. You said something about a secret boss battle.
Yeah. So in the game, Professor Mustard. If that's wrong, I totally apologise, but I believe that's what his name is, and that's what his name is for now. Done.
Okay, I'm fine with
his
that.
his wife or whatever who is in the dojo, if you give her watts, she will add stuff to the dojo.
Okay,
So I think initially when you give her 100,000 watts, she adds a computer so that you can put your Pokemon into jobs and things like that. 100,000 more, and then they'll start adding like vending machines where you can buy like calcium and iron and things like that to level up Pokemon in a certain way to get their IVs better. And then I think when it gets closer to like 1,000,000 watts that you've donated, there's like a secret boss battle that will initiate with her.
oh, okay.
So yeah, but I think you have to donate like near as close to 1,000,000 as I think to initiate that first boss battle.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That is absolutely
So I
ridiculous.
I personally don't think that's going to happen for me. I don't think I'm going to play it enough to get that 1,000,000 points.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. I feel you. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like I really did like the Pokemon game. I thought they did a good job with it. Um, but it's just like I just don't. I it's sort of one of those games where I'm like, cool, I've done the story, cool, done with it. Like
Yeah,
I suppose like back in the day, when I was playing Pokemon Blue kind of thing, it was a bit different. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking get everything. Got catch them all, man. You know, I was sold by that
What
tagline.
Well, there was only 151 back then. There's how many now? Like 900 and
I
something.
don't know, 2 billion, something like, I don't know. It's fucking ridiculous. Ain't nobody got time for that. But I mean, I suppose that's the good thing though, is that they did kind of cut a lot of them out. Obviously, to people's dismay, people go, and then like they put some in on the DLC, and then people were like, "Oh, so you cut them out so you could put them in the DLC?" And like, no, there was just too many. It was ridiculous. Come on, guys, like, wake up, like.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. But yeah,
Right.
I've enjoyed my time with it. It's been good.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, like, it is a fun game. It is, it's as easy as that. Like, if you have got a Switch, I'd say it's one of the games that you definitely should have on your Switch. Like, it's
Yeah,
a done
absolutely.
deal. It's like Zelda, like you should have Zelda. Like, that's just done deal. The
Yeah,
Super Mario, any of them, all of them. Like, there's plenty of Mario titles, kind of thing there. But yeah, get Pokemon. It's good. Game Freak know what the hell they're doing with that kind of shit.
yeah,
Okay. So let's just quickly rinse through. So we're just going to go through the PS Plus and the Xbox Game with Gold games. So let's go into this first one here. Oh no. Okay, I've still got the Pokemon. Hold on tight. There's the Pokemon gone. Let's redo
Pokemon
that.
Gone.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get there. I'll get there. There we go. Right.
That's the new Pokemon game.
It's
Pokemon
a new
Gone.
Pokemon game on PlayStation Plus. But it's a game called Erica, which I think looks pretty interesting actually. People are kind of comparing it to sort of like the Bandersnatch thing on Netflix. It's one of those like
Okay.
full motion video, like you pick your choices kind of thing. And I think I'm gonna play it. I think I'm actually gonna play it because I think it looks really cool. It's by Flavorworks, I believe. Um, so I'm
Flavor.
get the flavor. And then what else have we got? How we've got NBA 2K20. Enough said. Basketball, dribble that shit, slam dunk, all that kind of
If you
jazz.
fancy a little bit of a dribble.
If you fancied,
Yeah.
and then it's all good. And
Just don't do it out of
then
a window staring at someone.
nice.
The
And
police might
then
call.
the last game that we've got is Tomb Raider there. And I don't know what the hell's going on there, but it's not displaying properly. There we go. Things not working properly as per usual. It's all good though. And Rise of the Tomb Raider is a good game. Like, if you haven't got it already, then
Is that the second
it's
of the three? Because there's Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and then Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I can't remember which way round it was now. Now thinking about it,
Okay.
but I mean, it's worth a play. I think like PS Plus wise, like for it being, wasn't it like the 10th anniversary or something of the PS4 possibly? I don't know. It was kind of a big kind of anniversary. I think
Yeah.
like a lot of these kind of games are very much like games that probably, I mean, other than Erica, but NBA 2K20, if you're into those kind of games, you've probably got it. And Rise of the Tomb Raider, I'm sure probably most people have got on a system as well. So
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of a weak offering there on
Yeah.
the PS Plus kind of thing wise. But I mean, moving on to the games with gold stuff. So we've got WRC8. I mean, what more can I say? Brum brum, rally, jazz kind of thing. I mean, it looks good, like, but
Yeah.
I mean, let's be realistic. I'm probably not going to play it. That is sort of, you can play that between the 1st to the 31st of July. That's something that you'll be able to get for free. Well, I say for free. It's not really for free. You're paying for Xbox Live. Then the other Xbox One game you can get, which looks, I mean, it's funny. It's another basketball kind of thing game going on. It's called Dunk Lords, which is like it's a 2-on-2 basketball beat 'em up. Apparently, I think it's kind of like
Okay.
trying to be, I don't know, like an NBA Jam s kind of thing a little bit.
Wasn't
Uh,
there a there was a game similar to that called 3 on 3, I think, wasn't there?
oh,
That
I don't
sounds
know. I'm
like
not sure.
yeah, it sounds like the game you're describing. I'll have to look at that after the podcast. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a game called 3 on 3 that has a similar premise. I think that was out on 360.
Okay, okay. And then the other games that we got, it would be the two. I mean, sorry, that's between the 16th of July to the 15th of August. So you can't quite play Dunk Lord yet, but you will be soon, very soon. And then the last one that we've got going. Oh, sorry, the last two games we've got here are both for the 360. So we've got Saints Row 2. That's going to be available between the 1st of July to the 15th of July. And Saints Row 2. Everyone, I mean, surely
Most
most
people
people
have
have
got that,
probably
haven't
played
they?
that. Yeah, I've got it. But, if you haven't, I'm sure it'll probably be playable on the Xbox One as well, because most things are, when it comes to
Yeah.
backward compatibility. They're crazy, like they're crazy dogs. The other one is a game called Juju. It's on the 360. It's coming out. You'll be able to play it from the 16th of July to the 31st. It's a platformer. It looks colourful. Looks kind of nice, but I'm probably not going to play it. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Looks like a kids game.
Yeah, I mean, but we play kids games, so we
Yep,
can't
that is
use
true.
that as an excuse, can we? Like,
Yep. No. No.
I mean, like looking
Key
at
key
reviews
demo key
wise,
demographic.
yeah, exactly. I mean, we are fucking children. Let's be honest. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a platformer. Like, what more do you want, kind of thing. Like, that's just what it is. Now let's get onto the main event. Obviously, this is kind of like it's been and gone. That we've let the dust settle a little bit. But obviously, we had the PS5 Console Reveal event. Was it last month or was it the month before? Even now, it's probably a while ago now.
I honestly couldn't tell you.
Because
All
honest,
the days blur into one.
oh man, you have no idea on the blurring. I haven't done like
What
anything.
year is it?
I haven't done anything with my life since, I don't know, what, mid-March. Like,
Oh, what happened? Does anyone know what happened?
we're not talking about that. We're not talking about.
Someone coughed and the world shut down.
Oh my god, dead.
Oh dear.
Actually dead. That's too funny.
Oh dear.
So right, let's let's do Spider-Man first, because I am hyped as frick for that game. Because it's Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is awesome. The fact that we're going to be able to play as Miles. Obviously, you did kind of get to play a little bit of Miles on the first Spider-Man game that released. Obviously, you weren't doing the Spider-Man kind of things there, but it's really cool that they are kind of going in that direction. I'm really looking forward to playing it. And like the thing is that the Spider-Man game that was out on the PS4 was absolutely stunning. Like, they did an amazing job of it. Insomniac Games, they know what's going on, and I am unbelievably hyped for that game.
See, I didn't play the Spider-Man game that much. I think I should go back and pick it up and go through it. But from what I heard about this game, is it an add-on that's being enhanced for PS5 or is it standalone?
I think it's a standalone.
Oh, okay. Because I was hearing mixed reports and I was thinking, is that just hearsay that people are like grabbing onto?
I think it was. It was because the thing is that there wasn't any information there, and then people just assumed it was an add-on, and it's not.
Oh,
It
okay.
is actually a full game, and also they've said recently as well that they're not it's not the end of the Peter Parker kind of story either. There is still going to be, future games with him as well. It's just sort
Okay.
of like this is here on the side kind of thing, and I'm hyped for it. I think it looks tasty. I mean, like most of the footage that we're kind of showing today in the background as well, and what they showed on the event, is PS5. Graphic images as well. It's captured on the PS5. I mean, obviously, I know that they've probably tied it up a little bit. Come on, let's be honest. But they have.
Watch
It,
Dogs.
yeah, I mean, Watch Dogs is prime example. To be fair, Spiderman like got that issue as well, because I think they even called it like Puddle Gate or something like that, because
Oh,
the
did they?
puddles weren't, yeah, the puddle wasn't as reflective as it was in like the E3 showing or something like that. It was ridiculous. So
Oh
there's
man.
always going to be that, because they always tie it up. That's just the way it is, You just
Yeah.
deal with it. I don't
Well,
understand
it's
why
like
people
when
get
you
so
when you go
butthurt.
to a restaurant and you look at the pictures that are hanging up on the wall. It's not going to look like that when it comes to you, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. When does a Big Mac from an advert ever look like that? It's always fucking, I don't know, like the bread and
Half of
fucking
it's hanging on the
burgers.
floor.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the lettuce is in the box. It's fucking. Yeah, they can't put a
Just
fucking
throwing it
sandwich
in
together.
there.
Yeah, they literally are. They just sort of go, fuck it, that'll do. Just fucking slam dunk that burger into the box. Uh,
May as well just like fling it in your face, right through the drive-through window. Here's your fucking burger.
oh man. But yeah, that is definitely something that I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it was a really strong game for them to kind of show there as well. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. Then I was really actually hyped to see about Gran Turismo, because we haven't seen a Gran Turismo game in like forever, and I've got to say it looks like that we're getting pretty close to like a photo kind of realistic kind of driving game. I mean, obviously we're still not there yet, but I reckon probably like within the next decade or so, I reckon we'll start seeing like proper like photorealistic kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. I, the only thing I dread about things like that, like I like the fact that we're going into that age,
mm,
but the size of the downloads are going to
mm.
be humongous.
But then I suppose like storage has got a lot better. I mean, obviously we'll get into the console a little bit later as well on the storage
Sure.
kind of level. But storage is becoming larger, faster, as well as like our download speeds and stuff like that. I've got a lot better, over the last like 10 years and stuff like that as well. So on that kind of level, yes, it does like present an issue at like in that mid kind of stage. But once you actually once we get there kind of thing, I reckon it's probably not going to be as much of an issue unless you're really using like proper like old hardware that you're not on top of your game on that kind of shit.
Yeah, sure.
But I mean, I love me a driving game anyway. I remember playing like Gran Turismo back in the day as well. I played it a shit ton on PS1, PS2. I suppose I played it on PS3 as well. Now thinking about it, so like on PS4, like there wasn't necessarily a strong edition, because I think they came out with like I think it was a sport kind of one or something. It was more of like an arcade racer. So for them
Yeah.
to sort of go back to a proper kind of racing kind of sim, I'm looking forward to it. I've also got like a steering wheel, and I'm hoping that that will fucking work on the PS5 as well. Fingers crossed. The Logitech G29 will work on that as well. I'll suck ass on it, but fuck it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait. Now let's do Ratchet now.
Okay.
Now, what do you? I mean, like, because this is another Insomniac Games kind of thing going on as well, which
Yeah, they've got a very strong presence on the PS5 so far,
they're
haven't they?
freaking killing it, mate. They're killing the game, man. They know what's going on, and I think like graphics wise, it looks amazing. Like,
Yeah,
go on.
when you go through like the rifts and stuff, like when like you pull you through and then you go through and it's a completely different like level and stuff like that, and the fact that it loads in like that fast as well, like with all the enemies already there, like it's absolutely seamless. Like, it just shows you how powerful that like SSD is, loading up all of those assets that quickly.
Exactly. I'm really looking forward to actually getting one of those SSDs in the long run on my PC and see the craziness that is going to ensue when it actually sort of comes to PCs as well. But I mean, like I mean, we'll get onto the console properly later, but it's insane that what the technology they're going to be using in that. I mean, I think on paper, like the Xbox is probably looking a bit more powerful. But
Yeah,
yeah, we'll dive into that properly later. But so back on the Ratchet kind of jazz. I think yeah, on a graphics level, it's just if it looks like buttery smooth, it's meant to be like 4K, 60 FPS kind of jazz as well, which I think most of them are kind of boasting that as well,
I think that's the aim that they're trying to go for every single game. They're
which
trying
is
to get
good.
that 4K 60 frames. So
It's
yeah,
good. I mean, because like, and that's no like mean feat with when it comes to 4K as well, because 4K is quite quite a hefty resolution kind of thing for them to do that.
yeah. Like I know we haven't spoken about it, but was it the Unreal 5 engine they were showing off on the PS5? That looked mental.
Yeah, no, it looked
The
insane.
the amount of particles that they could load into that, and the um, ambient occlusion that they've added to it as well. Like the lighting's just it works like the pathway that it has to follow
Yeah.
is absolutely crazy now that it can just work that all out
Yeah, no,
straight
it's
away.
ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Um, Now let's get on to. I thought this was like an interesting game that you brought in on there, and it looks really cool as well. So yeah, it's a game called Stray where you
Yeah,
play a cat, right?
yeah. You play a cat. Well, I think you play a cat. From all the footage they've shown, it's a cat and it's called Stray, so it makes sense that it would be that. But from the footage I've seen, because obviously they showed a lot of what looked like pre-rendered stuff.
Mhm.
But if you go to their website, you can see a lot of test footage where
Oh,
they're
okay.
just playing around with the control of the cat, and it looks amazing. Um, so I'm quite hyped about that playing that game. But then I kind of like those little quirky games that are like that. There was a game on the PS3 called Lingering Shadows, and
Oh, I
that
don't
was kind of
know.
like it was kind of like an art PC game where they would hide secrets and you'd have to manipulate the camera and then find it.
Okay.
And they're the sort of games that I kind of that they're like art pieces, but they're you can interact with them, and that's kind of what Stray reminded me of, and that's why I was personally like, I want to check that out. That looks more like an art piece than a video game that like the masses are going to buy.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, when I did a little bit of research on this game as well, I saw like a really early reference to this game. It was actually like it wasn't even a name for the game at that time, and it was the HK project back in 2016, and you could very much see, it was you're running around as a cat kind of thing there. So like,
Yeah.
it's definitely been in the works for quite a while, but like looking up Blue 12, I really couldn't find too much on them, which was really
No,
weird.
neither could I. I only found their own website, and that
Mm,
was it.
yeah, it's really strange that. So I'm definitely interested. I mean, Anna Perna is Interactive is actually going to be publishing it. So I think it's definitely a game to watch. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a an exclusive on the PS5. But yeah, I'm hoping that we might get a PC release as well. I think it's definitely one to keep an eye on, just because like it's got that cyberpunk kind of esque kind of like a post-apocalyptic kind of vibe. Because of the fact of
Yeah.
that, there's no humans there; it's just all robots, kind of thing. You can
Yeah.
see like the cats like sitting at the table and stuff like that. Just so yeah, no, I think it's definitely one to look out for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, this is probably the one that probably blew me away the most when I was looking at, and it is a game called Kenner Bridge Spirits. And like the interesting thing about this one, because I was doing my research and I was like, Ember Lab. I've never heard of Ember Lab, right? So let's go and have a look into what they've done, kind of thing. And from what I can see, I think this is actually their first game. And
Oh, really?
yeah, because the last thing that I've seen that they've done is that they did a Majora's Mask short. So they come from
Okay.
like a computer graphics kind of background. So that's why
Right.
that this game looks frigging gorgeous. Like
Yeah.
because
It looked
that's
like a
kind of
Pixar animation, didn't it, when we were
exactly.
watching it?
Yeah, exactly. It totally does. So, like, because of that, I'm like, all right, I think this is definitely one to look out for. I think this is probably going to be the like Legend of Zelda kind of thing for the PS5. That kind of like vibe of game. I think it's going to be that kind of adventure RPG kind of game.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
so like I definitely think that this is going to be a big game. I'll be really surprised if it isn't, because yeah, just the art style of it is just amazing.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a mixture of Disney plus Zelda.
Yeah,
Like if you were to mash the two together.
yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it looks absolutely insane. But that's the problem is that I've look up about it and I'm like I can't really find much about what's going on other than the trailer. I mean, there was a press kit there, but it was just sort of
Yeah.
saying about like the the this company kind of thing, but it didn't necessarily go into the game any more than what we've got there. So I don't know. I definitely think it's going to be one to look out for. Moving on from that, we have got Ghostwire. Let's move on to.
Ghostwire Tokyo. So this is from the guy that did Resi, I think. He's moved on to this. So he's gone from Resi to Devil May Cry to I can't remember what he did in between, but then this is his new sort of project.
Well, it is with Tango Gameworks, and the company Tango Gameworks did the Evil Within series, I believe.
Okay, so that's another one of the games that that guy did. I can't remember his name. His name doesn't ring a bell, but yeah, it's the guy from the original Resi 1 and 2.
Okay, I must admit I don't know his name either.
Okay.
Because I mean, I don't know. I mean, I played the Resi games, but I never really went into a deep dive on them.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
but I mean, like they're kind of the combat director for the game has kind of said that the combat is meant to be like karate meets magic kind of thing. So I was like, all
Okay.
right. I mean, I thought on a graphic level it looked insane. I think it did just look insane in general on just the
Yeah.
I don't know the weird
There was a lot of different art styles in all
yeah
in one game.
definitely. And just sort of like, I don't know, there's just I don't know. I don't even know. I know I want to play this game, but I don't know what it is. Like it's I know it's a first person kind of game.
Intriguing.
Yeah, and I just know that I want to play it because it just looks incredible. Like I
Yeah.
think I think it's definitely going to be one that we're going to be wanting to play in 2021. Like
Yeah.
it's going to be insane.
It'd be quite funny if like it's doing a lot of the jump cuts where it's showing you a lot of different scenes. It'd be quite funny if that isn't it jumping. That's like all
Mm.
happening, and that's how quickly it can switch
Oh
between
man,
each scene.
that would be
That would
insane
really
if that was
fuck
the
you up.
case. Yeah, it would. It
Yeah.
would totally fuck you up. um, but now moving on to like the weirdest game that was there for sure was Bug Snacks. And like this is Young Horses, the developers for that. So they were the people behind Octodad, and like I sort of saw this and was like, all right, okay, a moving strawberry, okay, brilliant. Like, what's going on? And then just sort of like I don't know. What was it? Like you just saw loads of different foods. There was like fucking walking hot dogs, burgers, like a burger with
Donut.
curly fries for legs and stuff like that. It was just sort of like, what is this game? And this is the true, yeah, this is a kid's game. Like, no, this is one that we're definitely not playing. But I just sort of like the thing is that you see the guy like eat a strawberry or something, and then suddenly his like arm turns into strawberries, and you're just sort of like, what is this game? What is this game? I just I was just watching it and just being like, what? Like, okay, what? There's some fucking barbecue ribs like walking across the floor, and like I don't know.
Well, what was funny at this point is they were showing this game, and they in between these games they were teasing the actual reveal. So when they showed this game, I can imagine a load of people just going, "For fuck's sake, come on!"
And you're right though. Sony were massive cock teasers like through this whole thing as well. They were just sort of like they'd be like, "All right, we're just going to show you the tip," you know. Oh, we'll show you a bit of sack now. There we go. Until like the big sploosh at the end, kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's like
like
Jesus Christ.
when they showed the UI, but it wasn't the UI. It was like literally the moment before you would get to it. Like you have to push the PS button. So it's like, for fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake, you fucking whores. Right, enough of bug snacks. That's destroyed me. Let's get into Deathloop. Now this I know this one you weren't too sure on, I think, but at the time
It kind of it reminded me a little bit of BioShock meets, what did I say at the time? I can't even remember now.
like We Happy Few, maybe that kind of thing.
Possibly.
Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, it's sort of like,
oh no, Super Hot.
Super what I was hot. Saying. That was it. That's what you said, because of the time mechanic and some sense within it. Like I thought, this is Arcane Studios that are making it. It's been published by Bethesda. And like Arcane Studios have done quite a few games for the Bethesda guys, or worked on, or or done the whole thing, kind of thing. Like things like Wolfenstein, Prey, Dishonored. So they've got quite a high predator, a high pedigree. So they know how to make a video game. And I thought, like, sort of the interesting thing with this is that they're kind of very much playing on that whole, I don't know, maybe like a Groundhog Day kind of thing, and the fact that you're repeating like the same day kind of thing, trying to assassinate all these people while someone is necessarily assassinating you as well. I thought it sounds quite interesting. I'm definitely going to be checking it out. I think the aesthetic of it is really cool as well. I really like what they did with the trailer. I thought the sort of the cartooniest like kind of jazz that was going on with it, as well as actually some pretty good graphics as well. So I think they've done a good job there. I'm looking forward to checking that one out. I mean, I'm not sure if it's going to be a PS5 exclusive on that one.
I don't think so.
But I think it's definitely a game that I'm going to play. And to be fair, it's been a while since I've played a Bethesda game as well. So I think it's
to me, that game looks like one of the games that I would possibly try if it was on PS Plus. Yeah. That's the sort of game it looks like.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It doesn't look like something I would rush out to buy.
Yeah, no, makes sense, dude. Totally makes sense. Right, so what have we got here? Now, this was the big boy, I'd say. Obviously, we have skipped over a few games, may I add, just to everyone out there watching, or, after the fact.
You didn't mention this game! Yeah,
exactly.
You didn't mention it!
We just picked the games that we were like, yeah, these are the most interesting for us So don't worry, guys. We know that there was other games there, and if we missed your game, let us know in the comments or something, and maybe we'll like ignore you. So oh, I'm a bastard. So
Get the special privilege of being ignored for a whole day.
might even downvote your comment or something. Um,
Or just delete it. It's
just
gone. Never happened.
yeah, it didn't happen. It's not there. It didn't happen. But yes. Anyway, Horizon Forbidden West. Now, obviously, the Horizon Zero Dawn is actually coming out on PC next month, which is a big deal, really, because it's been a PS4 exclusive for quite a while. And like, in all fairness, it is a game that you should play because it is an amazing game. Like it's stunning. The whole like post-apocalyptic kind of thing with robot dinosaurs. Like what more do you want? Like it's insane. It's like it's just because of the fact that the premise of the game is that it's like loads of years after like shit has gone down kind of thing, and they don't necessarily know what happened back then, and there is just robot dinosaurs about. Fucking why not? Why not? And it works. It is stunning. It's an awesome open world game. So that's why, obviously, when I saw about this Forbidden West kind of jazz, I was like, yes, take my money. Here's my wallet. I'm going to put it all over you right now. I'm just going to make it rain. I basically just spaffed in the entire room when I saw this, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, like, it's Guerrilla Games. They know what's going on. Obviously, we had the Horizon Zero Dawn before. They know what's going on. I mean, they were the guys who did Killzone back in the day as well. So they are a Sony staple kind of thing. So, like, if anyone is going to be doing, the flagship PS5 game, it's going to be these guys. So it's definitely going to be one to look out for. And come on, robot dinosaurs. Do I need to say any more? Robot dinosaurs.
And the scale of it, like you could see things in the distance, and it kind of reminded me of when they showed off Breath of the Wild for the first time, when they said, "See that beacon all the way over there? You could actually get there." And then when they showed that, I was thinking, they're trying to get that vibe where you can see something really far in the distance, and you can get there.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely is absolutely insane, absolutely insane. So yeah, that I mean, I'm hoping. I mean, it's not going to be a launch title, is it? It's not. It's going to be like next year or something.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
They could pull it out of the hat.
I'd love them to, because it looks like you're going to be able to go properly down in the water and that as well in this one, which is cool. So yeah, man, take my money. I'm in.
Well, I think people will be playing that over GTA 5.
What the fuck was that about? The fact that they open up the stream about going, all right, so you can play GTA 5 on this now. I'm like, all right, like, so we played it on the PS3, we play it on the PS4, and now we're gonna play it on the PS5. Like, duh. Yeah, like, do we have to?
Yeah.
God, ridiculous.
Let's not talk about Rockstar.
Idiots.
It's too much. There's a whole podcast dedicated to how much Rockstar fucked up there.
Well, I mean, they haven't. I wouldn't say they fucked up. It's just more like
lazy.
I mean, people are still playing it, which is the weird thing. People are still playing it. So if they're still playing it, then why not, right? Why not? So anyway, let's get into the big bad boy, obviously the thing that we were here for, which is the good old
the router with two envelopes next to it.
Totally. It was totally that. Honestly, the memes that came out were incredible about the PS5 there. My God. But I mean, yeah, right. Yeah, okay. it might not necessarily have the looks, but then the Xbox One, oh sorry, the X, what is it even fucking called? I can't remember.
Series X.
Series X, that's it. Fuck's sake, stupid name. Uh, what
That
is
just
it with
looks like
Xbox?
that just looks like a container you would put a well, it looks like a Bluetooth speaker, but it also looks like a container you would put a energy drink in.
It totally does. But I thought the interesting thing was that obviously they did announce the PlayStation 5 and then the digital edition at the same time. Because usually they'd like hold on to something like that later on, but we got both of that straight away, which I was like, oh okay, because they're like, oh, do you want to save some money? That's
Yeah,
what it is.
I think they're probably trying to eliminate the people talking about it after the fact, saying, "Oh, there's another one that's digital." They didn't talk about that; they were trying to hide it. Whereas this time they just went, "No, there's two um, versions of the same console."
Yeah, I mean, like I think all in all, like I probably will end up picking up a PS5 because there is going to be like those kind of exclusive games that I'm going to have to pick up in the long run. But
Mm.
like, what are you going to do? Are you going to be picking up like if you do pick it up, like are
Mm.
you going to go down just the normal PS5 kind of route, or are you going to go the digital edition? Like, what are you thinking?
I'm not sure at the moment. I if if money wasn't like if money was no issue, obviously I'd buy the more expensive one
Hmm.
with the disc in there because it's always better to have that option and then not worry about it than not have the option at all. But knowing the state of the industry at the moment, disc-based games are probably going to phase out. The Blu-ray media is pretty much fizzling out already.
Yeah.
We're now in the Netflix era of um, watching movies and TV shows.
No, definitely,
Um,
I agree. And yeah.
the high street stores are not really selling like Blu-rays and stuff like that. Like I know Tesco's have a section for it, but I don't see many people in it.
Nah, nah, me neither. Me neither. I mean, obviously, we've got the sort of some accessories there as well. The fact that they've got the headset, media remote, I mean, I suppose the controller itself. The controller has like haptic feedback, and it's got a headphone jack.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because
Yeah.
I hate it when things don't have headphone jacks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's meant to have adaptive triggers, kind of thing. It's got a lot going for it. It looks good. I mean, I liked the PS4 controller. I thought it was a solid controller. So I think
Has the new one got a touchpad?
I think so. I mean, it's definitely got motion control. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm fairly sure it has probably got the touch because it was kind of something that they did. I'd be surprised if they didn't bring it over from the PS4.
Well, did they bring it over from the Vita? Is that the original idea why they had the touchscreen?
I mean, yeah, the Vita did have a touchscreen kind of thing on that kind
Because
of
they
thing.
had it on the front and the back, didn't they?
That's
The
right.
touch
Yeah,
thing.
that was like the main kind of selling point for it a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it I think it was a solid outing from Sony. I think there's a few like glaring omissions, like the fact that they're with Sony. They're always like when they go out with a new generation, they're very much we're going to leave the past generation behind. So they haven't really kind of said too much about like any kind of like backwards compatibility kind of stuff. I have like
Yeah.
recently saw something where I mean it's rumor mill kind of thing wise that we're thinking that it's probably if they are going to do any backcat, it will probably be in the cloud kind of thing
Right.
rather than it being your be able to use the media that you've got. I think that's
Yeah.
probably one of the strong things that's going for Xbox is that they're very much like, oh yeah, you can play all your old games kind of thing. They're very much like they don't leave the past behind, and I think that's definitely yeah. It it puts them in a higher standing kind of thing on for a gamer, I think wise, where I think with this PS5, it's just that SSD, man. I really want to see what it's capable of and see how good it is. I mean, and apparently, obviously we're going to have like a ray tracing kind of thing as well. They're
Yeah.
going for the 4K, 60 FPS kind of jazz. So, I mean, it's on a console kind of level, it's going to be
Mm.
powerful. It's going to be good. I mean, but I play mainly on my PC nowadays anyway, and I can
Yeah.
I can get all of that if I want. It's just that
Yeah,
it's.
absolutely. It all depends on the price, I guess,
Mm,
of each console. So when Xbox announced their price and then Sony announced how much, I honestly thought they'd at least announce the price for one of them by now.
mm. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I think they're basically sort of playing a game at the moment, sort of going, let's see what Xbox is going to say, and like Xbox are also doing the same thing, going, so what's Sony going to say?
Well, this is a bit like a relationship where they're like, "No, you show me your tits first. No, you." It's
Come
like
on,
ridiculous. Like,
just show
just
me a bit of
fucking go
sack.
for it.
No, look, just a little bit, just one
But
ball, just
hopefully,
one ball.
hope, yeah, hopefully we'll get Xbox's dick pics on the 23rd. So
Yeah, because we have got obviously an Xbox thing coming up soon, which is going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to do a podcast the week after of that as well, which is going to be rad. So yeah, we're definitely come back for that because we are definitely going to dive. We're going to dive deep into that old Xbox jazz. And the thing is that I'm not down for like a console war kind of thing. I'm not going to be like who won kind of shit because I really don't care. It's all
yeah,
about the games at the end of the day, and if there's games for me
yeah,
to play, and it's excitement. I mean, like, I know that they're probably going to be saying things about the new Halo and stuff like that, and
yeah,
that's definitely something that I want to check out. So I don't know.
yeah.
We'll just have to see what happens.
Well, I think Sony and Xbox have learned, especially Xbox did, that showing games like what like literally one after another hypes that crowd up so much
Hmm.
more than fucking banging on for 5 minutes
Yeah,
about the profits and shares and whatever the fuck else they were talking
yeah,
about
no,
at
give a
E3.
fuck. Yeah, yeah.
Like get rid of it.
Because I mean,
Uh,
technically, it's we're consumers at the end of the day. We don't care about how much you've sold. We just want to play the games, man. We just want to play the games. But
At the
yeah,
end of the day, it's a massive advert for them
hmm,
to like boost sales anyway. So if they're showing
exactly,
like game, everyone's hyped up, everyone's splashing money everywhere. So it's a good
exactly,
day for them.
exactly. Easy as that. Easy as that, bud. All right, cool. Well, that is that on the old PS5 Jazzle, though. But I mean, do let us know if you are watching this after the fact. Let us know in the comments. What do you think was the strongest game on the PS5 there? Also, what do you think the price of these consoles are going to be? I mean, Dean, I'll ask you now as well. I mean, what do you think?
Is this a
You
sweepstakes? Are we doing a sweepstakes now?
all right? I'm in. I'm in. Like,
I reckon it's probably going to be around 400 quid, like 399 sort of mark
You
point.
think? I think it's gonna be more.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at like 550, something like that. I th-
Yeah. That was,
yeah.
but I think Sony learnt their lesson from the PS3 though, that
Mm,
pricing it that high kind of puts them out of the market,
that's true.
especially in the climate we're in right now.
Yeah, but with the hardware that is there, what's I honestly think it's going to be. I think we're probably going to be looking, 550, 600, something like that. I think it's going to be a ridiculous amount of money, even though that people don't necessarily have it at the moment. But I think that they're probably going to have to do something like that. I think the digital version will probably come closer to the price point that you said. I think that's what they're
Yeah.
probably going to do. And, rumor has it as well is that the actual games, in some sense, that we're going to be looking at like a $70 kind of like price
Oh
point. So,
really?
Yeah, like that's. I mean, once again, this is all fucking hearsay.
Rumor
People
mill.
just, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I don't know if it's actually true or not. So no,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like we're going to see like a higher price on these kind of things as well. But yeah, let us know
Okay.
what you think, for sure. Because like I'd be very interested to see, what games that you were very interested in and how much you think that the new consoles are going to be. Now to go back to a really old console now, which is the most ridiculous thing. Come on, Dean, tell me about this.
So, Shakedown Hawaii, the sequel, I believe, to Retro City Rampage, is coming out as a limited release on the Wii and the Wii U in August.
What?
So, for all of you people who are dying to get hold of your copy of the Wii version of Shakedown Hawaii, you can pick that up.
It's ridiculous. The fact that they're bringing out on a console that people are not really playing anymore, or maybe people still are playing it, and that's why they're doing it. But isn't it like something that there's going to be like limited copies or something like that?
Yeah, it's limited to 3,000 copies per console. So 3,000 for Wii, 3,000 for Wii U.
That's absolutely nuts. I still can't believe that they did that.
But
But
do you know what? Because it's such a like what's the word I want to say clique, but that's probably the wrong word to use. But you know what I mean? Like it's such a unique thing that people would probably jump on. They probably will sell all 6,000 copies.
yeah, no, I would have thought so. But yeah,
Just
it's
because
wild.
it'll be the collector's thing. Where
Oh yeah, I didn't think about it on that
so
level.
you've got a complete Wii collection, you've got a complete Wii U collection. That will be the missing ingredient.
Genius, genius. I didn't even think about the collector's market. Yeah, done. That is totally what it is, Dean.
Yeah.
You,
So yeah.
mate. Why aren't you in marketing, man? Like, and like, why aren't you making us all of the money right now? Like, come on.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm not in marketing.
We need to
That's probably
come out
why.
with a collector's edition of
Yeah.
some
Game.
sort.
You heard it here first. Game over. Yeah. Snapback hats limited to 5. Get your
Oh,
pre-orders
mate.
in now.
That would be wild. That would be absolutely wild. But yes, well, we've got to the end of all of our content here. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we wrap it up?
Not that I can think of.
No,
Not
I
right
think
this
I think we're pretty
moment.
much there. So yeah, I mean, like we got through a podcast, Dean. Good job, well done. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
give you a good old clap there. Give you a
Woo!
clap. It's been a while, and you know
Champion.
what? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like there's been a few little technical things along the way, but we got through it. And
Yep.
and next time it's going to be even better. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, no, if you did like what you see, if you're watching this after the fact on our YouTube, just hit some subscribe kind of thing going on. Maybe I don't know, maybe a dislike. Like I don't think we deserve the like, but but if you're feeling extra generous, give us that like. But I
Definitely leave a comment.
leave a
Definitely leave a
comment because
comment.
we want to know about that the PlayStation. What you think the PlayStation 5 price is going to be, as well as what was the best game on that event. Like, let us know. Let us know what you're playing. Let us know what you want us to play. We're down for all that kind of jazz because I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 6:30 BST at the moment, or it'll be GMT when we go to I don't know when we move out of summer. It's a while yet, but I'll say BST for now. I usually stream to around 10. On a Monday, it's Satisfactory. Wednesday is usually Minecraft, and Friday is Elite Dangerous. But, it's always up for change. Just keep an eye on our socials for our schedules, all that kind of jazz. Dean, man, I know that you like to
Yep.
do some old streamos on the old
Yep.
Tuesdays even.
Yep.
And
So I do my PS2 Tuesdays stream. So if you've got any PS2 games that you want to add to my spinny wheel that I've got, make sure to leave that in the comments below or in the chat, whatever. Let me know. Hit us up on the socials that are going through the screen now. Let us know what games you want me to add to that list, and I'll add them. And then when the spinning wheel goes around, if your game gets picked, I'll play it.
And just to quickly add on that, he does the PS Tuesday on his own Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Deanoward. It's also on YouTube and Facebook, am I right, as well?
That's correct, yeah. I stream to all three.
Well, there you go. So you can definitely check that out there. And I recommend it wholeheartedly. Now, the next podcast is going to be back after the Xbox event on is it the 23rd?
Yeah, 23rd. Is it Thursday the 23rd, I believe?
I think so. So we're going to be doing it the following Thursday. So that'll be just when the next podcast will be. And then it will be out the next day on our old YouTubers. But yeah, man, it's been fun to get back together with you, dude.
Yeah, same with you.
And
always a fun little podcast to do.
It is, man. All right, well, let's get out of here. So it's been a pleasure as always, my guys. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, game of the year.
Shifting, changing, never the same, and the cold wind wonders how they became. Wishing